Hello, and welcome to the Soundwave Podcast. Music, technologies, stories. For people who love the art and science of listening to and enjoying recorded music. Here it's all about the art and magic of sound reproduction and related human stories. We survey music, technology, and stories from the early beginnings of relatively low high fidelity to the heyday of the 70s high fidelity and the modern age of digital and streaming. I'm your host, Pat Shepard. Today, we're diving into a topic that has been captivating music enthusiasts around the globe, the vinyl renaissance. I'm going to do another three-part series where I'm going to cover the vinyl renaissance, some surprising facts in caring for vinyl. Second episode in this series, I'll talk about collecting vinyl, both from an investment and a historical standpoint. And then third and finally, I'll wrap up with an episode talking about vinyl records that you should own. Do you fondly remember going to a record store to use your saved up lawn mowing or babysitting money to buy 2 or maybe 3 albums? Why do people, including younger generations, still find vinyl records so appealing? What exactly is a renaissance and how does it apply to vinyl? What are the top-selling vinyl records of last year? How should you care for your vinyl records? And what exactly are B-sides, and what are some of the most surprising B-sides? In an earlier episode of the Soundwave Show, The History of Stereo Recording, Season 1, Episode 8, I researched and talked in depth about how stereo recording was invented. I also reviewed how the advent of affordable photo cartridges and the first mass-produced vinyl records in 1958 ushered in the true beginnings of the hi-fi revolution and launched a whole new industry, the record industry. Vinyl records, once thought to be the relics of the past, have made a triumphant comeback in the digital age where streaming bits and bytes are ephemeral. You can't flip through, open, look at, hold, or physically manipulate them. There's something special about holding a vinyl record in your hands, gently placing it on the turntable and dropping the needle into the groove. The warm crackle and the soulful sound that emerges from the speakers create a unique experience that has captured the hearts of both seasoned audiophiles and new generation of music lovers as well. Records may also include bonus items absent from CDs or certainly digital, such as a poster or an exclusive set of liner notes. The vinyl renaissance began in 2007, according to The Guardian and Statistica, when vinyl sales made a sudden small increase, starting its comeback, and by the early 2010s, it was growing at a very quick rate. In June 2017, Sony Music announced that by March 2018, it would be producing vinyl records in-house for the first time since ceasing production in 1989. But before we embark on this vinyl journey, let's take a moment to understand what Renaissance truly means and why it holds historical significance. The term Renaissance originates from the French word renaître, meaning to be reborn. The Renaissance was a cultural movement that swept through Europe between the 14th and 17th centuries. It marked a period of profound transformation and intellectual rebirth, bringing forth a renewed interest in art, literature, science, and humanism. The Renaissance was historically important because it sparked the shift from the medieval world to a more progressive and enlightened perspective. It was a time of revival and rediscovery of classical knowledge and ideas from ancient civilizations like Greece and Rome. During this period, great thinkers and artists emerged, producing timeless masterpieces in various disciplines. Visionaries like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Raphael revolutionized art, while scientists such as Galileo Galilei and Nicholas Copernicus paved the way for modern science and astronomy. The Renaissance not only had an intellectual aspect, but also profoundly influenced cultural developments. It led to the printing revolution as Gutenberg's movable type printing press enabled the mass dissemination of knowledge. The legacy of the Renaissance continues to shape our world today. It emphasizes an individualism, creativity, and human potential that laid the groundwork for the Enlightenment and the subsequent progression of modern civilization. The pursuit of knowledge, innovation, and artistic expression became foundational elements of our society. Now, the term Renaissance finds a fascinating parallel in the context of the vinyl revolution we're witnessing today. Just like the cultural movement of the past, the vinyl Renaissance symbolizes a reawakening, a rediscovery of the art and pleasure of vinyl records and high fidelity audio. The allure of vinyl goes beyond the music itself. There's a certain charm in flipping through album covers, reading the liner notes, and immersing oneself in the actual artwork. The physicality of vinyl makes the music listening experience a tangible and intimate affair, setting it apart from the click-and-play convenience of digital platforms. Vinyl records are not just about the music, they're also pieces of art. From iconic album covers to intricate label designs, vinyl records often feature stunning artwork that complements the music and makes them collectible treasures for enthusiasts. Moreover, vinyl offers a dynamic and engaging ritual that brings us closer to the music. Carefully handling the record, gently placing it on the turntable, and setting the needle in place all add to the anticipation and excitement of hearing the music as it was originally intended. The vinyl culture has also sparked a renaissance in the record store experience. Independent record stores, once dwindling in number, are making a comeback as hubs for music discovery and community gatherings. Record store owners and vinyl enthusiasts share their passion, knowledge, and recommendations, fostering a sense of camaraderie and a connection amongst other music lovers. In fact, Record Store Day is an annual event inaugurated in 2007 to celebrate the culture of the independently owned record store. Held on one Saturday, typically the 3rd, every April, and every Black Friday in November. The day brings together fans, artists, and thousands of independent record stores around the world. A number of records are pressed specifically for Record Store Day, with a list of releases for each country and are only distributed to shops participating in the event. And now for some amazing facts. U.S. vinyl album sales rose for 17 years straight, but the growth is slowing, following a 51.4 year-over-year increase in vinyl album sales in 2021 and a 46.2 year-over-year increase in 2020. Sales in 2022 rose just 4% over last year. Whether that's due to slowing demand or supply issues that more pressing plants could help alleviate, it marks a significant deceleration following a pandemic-fueled rapid rise in interest. 43% of all albums sold in the United States in 2022 were vinyl LPs, led by Taylor Swift's Midnights. But the format growth curve is starting to level out. Here's some more amazing facts. 43% of all albums sold were vinyl LPs. 2. Nearly half of all vinyl albums were sold at indie stores. 3. Rock rules. Among the various genres in music, rock music accounted for a leading 51.83% of all vinyl albums sold in 2022. 3. Midnights is massive. The top-selling vinyl album of 2022 is Taylor Swift's Midnight. Interestingly, a couple other albums were the Beatles' Abbey Road coming in at number 10 and Fleetwood Mac Rumors coming in at number 5. But let's get technical. What is it about vinyl that gives it that signature sound, that rich warmth and depth that audiophiles swear by? The answer lies in the analog nature of vinyl playback. Unlike digital audio, which breaks sound into discrete binary code, vinyl records store music as contiguous grooves carved into the vinyl surface, one groove per side. As the stylus tracks these grooves, it translates the undulating patterns of the sound waves, reproducing the music with a unique and organic character. Audiophiles are drawn to the vinyl's dynamic range and the way it handles certain frequencies, like the smooth roll-off of the high frequencies, creating a natural, warm, and pleasing sound. Vinyl's inherent imperfections, such as the surface noise and minor pops, are often embraced by the enthusiasts as part of the analog experience and the charm of it all. The magic of B-sides. The A-side and the B-side are the two sides of phonograph record or cassette. These terms have often been printed on the labels of the two sides of the music recordings. The A-side usually features a recording that its artist, producer, or record company intends to be the focus of a promotional effort or to get radio play and hopefully become a hit record. The B-side, or flip side, is a secondary recording that typically receives less attention, but B-sides often became hidden gems, cherished by fans, making the vinyl experience even more rewarding. Let's look at a couple interesting B-sides. First, there's Rain by the Beatles, the B-side of Paperback Writer. Often regarded as one of the Beatles' finest B-sides, Rain showcased their experimental and psychedelic side, with its innovative use of backward vocals and groundbreaking recording techniques. Second is Under Pressure by Queen and David Bowie, the B-side of Freddie Mercury tribute concert. This iconic collaboration between Queen and David Bowie became a hit in its own right, with its powerful vocals and timeless message of unity. Third is Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses, the B-side of Welcome to the Jungle. Originally intended as a B-side, Sweet Child of Mine became one of Guns N' Roses' biggest hits, featuring Slash's iconic guitar riff and Axl Rose's soaring vocals. Fourth, You Can't Always Get What You Want by the Rolling Stones, the B-side of Honky Tonk Woman. This classic Rolling Stones song has become an anthem on its own, known for its beautiful arrangement and memorable chorus. Finally, I Am the Walrus by the Beatles, the B-side of Hello Goodbye. I Am a Walrus is a surreal and experimental song with cryptic lyrics showcasing the band's artistic evolution. Okay, let's wrap up with a discussion about how to care for your vinyl. Some practical tips. First and foremost, invest in a high-quality turntable. A well-built turntable with a good cartridge and stylus will make a significant difference in the sound quality. Look for turntables with adjustable counterweights and anti-skating features for precise tracking and reduced wear on your records. While entry-level turntables can be a budget-friendly starting point, consider upgrading to a mid-range or higher model as your budget allows to further improve the sonic performance. Second, take care of your vinyl collection. Vinyl records are delicate, and proper handling and storage are essential to preserve the sound quality. Store them upright in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight or radiators or other heating devices. Heat and humidity can warp the records, and prolonged exposure to sunlight can damage the album covers. Handle them by the edges and avoid putting your fingers directly on the disc. Smudges and scratches can happen, and avoid touching the grooves as much as possible. Third, keep your vinyl clean. Dust and debris can accumulate on the records, affecting sound quality and causing unnecessary wear on your stylus. Use a cotton fiber brush to gently clean the records before each play. For more thorough cleaning, consider investing in a record cleaning machine or using a record cleaning solution with a soft microfiber cloth. I have actually used water and light, organic, or whatever dish soap. You just have to be careful to completely rinse it, completely dry it, air dry it, rack dry it, and be careful not to get too much water on the label. It can mess up the label. So cleaning records regularly will ensure optimal playback and prolong their lifespan. Fourth, now this is one that I do occasionally. I should do it more, but align and calibrate your turntable properly. Proper alignment of the cartridge ensures that the stylus tracks the grooves accurately, minimizing distortion and maximizing fidelity. This can take a little work, But be sure to refer to your manufacturer's instructions or consult an expert to ensure that you have the correct alignment of your specific turntable and cartridge combination. Additionally, and this is something I've done, consider investing in a good quality phono preamp. The preamp amplifies the weak signal from the turntable to a line level, which is then fed into your amplifier or receiver. A good phono preamp will improve the sound quality and preserve the analog characteristics of your vinyl. Fifth, explore different pressings in vinyl editions. Vinyl records are sometimes reissued, and the quality of the pressings can vary. Original pressings from the era when the album was first released are often prized for their authenticity and sound quality. However, some modern pressings can also have excellent quality if done well. Explore different editions and pressings to find ones that are the best and which ones you like the most. I like to try and find some of the Mobile Fidelity Labs audiophile pressings. In addition to the rest of the stereo system, make sure you invest in a quality set of speakers. The output of your audio system is just as crucial as the input. High quality speakers or headphones that match the characteristics of the vinyl playback will elevate your listening experience by bringing some of the best out of your records. As we explored the vinyl renaissance in this episode, let's reflect on how this resurgence not only connects us to the cherished past, but also reinvigorates our appreciation for the warmth, authenticity, and soulfulness that vinyl records bring to our modern listening experience. Thank you for joining me on this first part of the journey into the vinyl renaissance, resurgence of interest in LP records. Be sure to subscribe and tune in next time for a look at collectible vinyl records. All content, except where noted, is copyright Pat Shepard and thesoundwaveshow.com. Please visit my website, thesoundwaveshow.com, to see additional links and information for my podcasts. This theme song was something I put together in GarageBand. See you next time.